Speak to your soul. Speak to your soul. Speak to your soul. Speak to your soul. Hey sweet soul, welcome back to Conscious Lifestyle Coaching. My name is Raileigh Duschen. I'm an author, poet, speaker, and healer. Today's message is, I know you might be afraid right now. I know things might still be uncertain in your life. And yet there is a trust that you have that you've been holding on to throughout this journey. And you've been learning on this path how supported you've been and why your soul has chosen to endure what it has gone through, why it traveled the way it had to travel. How those choices, even though they seemed so difficult and so dark at the time in your life, you have still been carried by the light. There have still been angels who have been praying for your journey. And this whole time, when you thought no one was there for you, when you thought nobody loved you, when you thought no one could understand what it was you're experiencing at the time, things that you couldn't explain, maybe things you couldn't talk about, maybe things you weren't in a safe position to talk about. And yet there were angels and saints this whole time covering you, speaking upon you, empowering your path forward. And here you are on the other side. And the future here is so bright and so peaceful. There is so much joy entering your life at this time, and there's only so much more joy to come. But you're still looking back. You're wondering if you're making the same mistakes again. Perhaps there are people around you who are seeding doubtful thoughts, thoughts of fear, thoughts that will make you sabotage, reject, not accept the blessings that are entering your life right now. Because you're afraid, because you have been betrayed. Perhaps you feel you've betrayed yourself. Maybe you're having a hard time to forgive right now because of what the journey has looked like. But here you are standing on the mountain right now, looking back at the past and looking towards the future. And the journey up until this point has seemed difficult. It has seemed to be a struggle, and so you're wondering why I keep going forward. Why take another journey ahead? How can you trust again this time that you won't experience the same thing? Well, you won't. You've already passed through a soul lesson, a very hard one. And while we have soul lessons that will always be continuing to unfold before us within every chapter, you must trust this next journey has greater miracles and greater blessings. That this is not actually the pinnacle. You've just started walking through the gate of your new life, of your next chapter. And so you're just experiencing a sneak peek at this time of what is to come. I know your life has seemed to be chaotic, but maybe it's not chaos. Maybe it's just experience. Maybe it's just wisdom. Maybe you are here to experience extraordinary things so that you can understand what a miracle is. You're not here to live a normal life. You're here to experience the full spectrum of what it means to be human and spiritual. And so you tried numerous times to live a normal life, to do what everyone has told you to do sometimes what you think is right, and still the universe, God, always seems to take that away from you. And you've learned, despite You're wild in nature. You've always been loved. And perhaps even if it has taken you through some dark valleys and tunnels, you still somehow have enjoyed this life experience. There's nothing that you truly regret. And so I'm here to instill within you again a sense of excitement of what is ahead. And so, are you truly scared? Are you truly still angry at God for what it is you've experienced? Or are you just so excited you want to know what God has for you next? Is there a difference between a stressful excitement and true, genuine, fearful stress? What if you just have to flip the script? And so let's do that right now. Let's alchemize what it is that you are afraid of, what you are lacking trust in. Let's take a moment to visualize where it is God is taking you next, the Holy Spirit, the divine, however you define a cosmic love that is navigating your life with you and for you. Let's take a moment to visualize what that may be. So take a deep breath and a deep breath out. Perhaps there's not more tumultuous experience happening. Perhaps there is more freedom ahead. Perhaps you'll be able to find a safety, a comfort, a consistency, a stability while still being in great movement. Your soul, by its nature, is a traveler. Your soul, by its nature, is meant to evolve and to grow and to expand. And so, what's ahead are more doors, so many doors. Many more teachers, many more people, many more friends. Places you can't even imagine yet that Spirit is going to be guiding you to. You are able, as the beautiful soul you are, to create family and belonging and purpose no matter where you are in the world. And your soul, in its medicine, your purpose, your gifts, are being called somewhere at every moment, at every time, and you're here to listen. And sometimes it's not clear yet where it is your soul wants to be next. But the adventure, the fun part, is the discovery, right? Those little hints, little signs every single day that is pointing you in that direction, where your spirit is speaking to you a little bit more every day of what is next, with loving care, with gentleness. And so your soul and the universe isn't hurtling you into something you're not ready for, you're not prepared for. And so if you are in a place and you don't know why, or if you're in a place and you don't want to be there, find the care in it. Find the presence in it. See how it is incubating you for massive growth ahead. And so it is okay to be in rest and in stillness, because that is still energy in movement. Right now, you're supposed to be focusing on your health. To bring honor to this vessel that you have that is carrying your beautiful soul and your sacred mission and your light. And so when you go through waves and periods where you're not hustling and bustling in the physical, in the spiritual, in the mental, in the emotional, you are still working. You are still laboring. And And trust that. Trust yourself. Trust your energy. Trust how gifted you are. Haven't you learned resilience? Haven't you proved yourself enough that you can get through anything? It's time to shift your identity with success. When it comes to success, you cannot hide who you truly are. Success, true success that will sustain and last forever. Success that creates legacy means that you are your most full, authentic self. And so you go within and you listen. How can you feed your soul joy today? And the beautiful thing about soul work is that it means you're deeply connected. Deeply connected to this world and to this earth. You are grounded deeply here. And so soul work, soul mission is service to humanity. And it is also your highest joy. It is also your greatest fulfillment. And so you listen every day. And that's where it will take you. The choices you're making now are not because you're pushing any effort to be something you're not. Success will come as you become more naturally yourself. That's how your soul will shine. That's how your soul will do its work. That's how your soul will receive. That's how your soul will give. So take a deep breath and a deep breath out. And understand everything is okay right now. You are divinely positioned. You're being divinely guided. But most of all, you're being divinely protected. If you're still watching at this point, you carry great medicine and great light. You've become awakened to this. You're highly aware of this. And therefore, so will other people be. And so it's okay to go within and to rest and to hermit at this time. This is a time for prayer. As humanity shifts through a big change in consciousness, as things are going to come up to the surface at this time. The world is going through a great purge. Sick things cannot stay hidden too long. Eventually they manifest into a visible physical disease, a buildup that cannot be ignored. And you are here to target that. You are here to eliminate and to destroy disease and sickness. Whether that be in spirit or the physical, the mental, the emotional, all the different planes of existence that you are here to lead and to navigate for other people. You know what that is. And so as the ugly beast comes to rear its head, you'll be ready. Because right now you're in a time of prayer. Right now you're in a time of aligning yourself with your team, your army of saints and angels. Your ancestors are speaking to you at this time. They are walking with you at this time. And that should be more apparent and visible than ever. So open your eyes and see. Open your eye and see. See what is happening. There's so much light happening in your life. You are so blessed. And you know this. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. Look at you. Look at you shine. Look at you transform in front of everybody. Look at you become more bold in who you are, more free. But also see that the more that you shine, the more you're going to see darkness. And if you're afraid of that darkness, then turn this video off. You're not ready. But I believe you are. I believe you're ready to acknowledge and recognize that you are a walking angel on this earth. And what do angels do? They serve at the will of God, of the divine, fearlessly. In a moment's notice, when an angel is called, they are there. And they are not alone. And to the beings of darkness, angels are terrifying. You are terrifying. Terrifyingly beautiful. You are a terrifying creature in the eyes of darkness. And they will see you, see them. But you're protected. And you can see what they're doing at this time. You can see the blood being shed, being sacrificed. You can see it in spirit without having to be there, and you won't have to be there. This is the power of your prayer. This is why God is hiding you at this time, why God is covering you, why you're being so protected, why you're so blessed. It's for great reason. And so this darkness cannot touch you. Not in the physical world. But in spirit, you are in war, you are in battle, but you are not alone. That's why you're on this video, that's why we are speaking in spirit at this time. This spiritual war, your angelic duty at this time, how you honor your ancestors, how you serve your soul's purpose, is going to look like very specific choices you need to make at this time. You're going to have to live your life alternatively. They're going to call it New Age. People are going to be afraid of you, even if they're not in the darkness. Maybe they're just uncomfortable, they think you're weird. But you have to make new choices. You have to shift consciousness. You have to raise vibrations. You have to heal. You have to create new pathways. You have to shed light and illuminate evil, darkness. You have to create new rituals that are positive, connecting, uplifting. They're not rooted in sacrifice. in a way that causes harm, the sacrifices you're making, they just empower your life and those around you. You're not harming other beings. So do not be afraid of the word sacrifice. You are not the sacrifice. We are not the sacrifice. God, the Holy Spirit, the divine, does not ask us to sacrifice our life. It does not ask us to sacrifice the lives of others. Our sacrifices are in our daily choices. When we choose not to glorify, not to serve our human desires and flesh. Our sacrifices come when we choose spirit, when we choose to listen to God over listening to what this body wants, because this body is temporary. We teach this body. We are in control of this body. We are in control of our minds. Nothing, no one can enter your mind unless you allow it. And there are people out there who have sick minds. You know this is true. We talk about mental health every day. And so your spiritual gifts, your soul mission right now is needed. And if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a business owner, if you are a visionary, if you are a change maker, and you are building right now and you don't think it's going to be successful, you don't think you will receive abundance or prosperity, that's a lie. You are more needed than ever. There are people who are praying for you, seeking you, needing your help at this time. And so get ready and be ready. Serve. Stop hiding. Be open with who you are. Be strange. Be weird. Show people they can live a divine life here on earth. And it's as easy as taking a deep breath in the morning. It's as easy as drinking some tea. It's as easy as getting on the camera and speaking to people you love because you love to do that. It's as easy as writing a book because you really want to do that. It's as easy. It's that easy. If you're on this path, you love to work, and you love people, and you love God more than anything. And so it all aligns. We have a hard time as human beings trusting our divine spiritual calling. And that's rooted in shame, that's rooted in a lack of self-worth that the world teaches us. It conditions us to believe that. But I pray that this message helps wash and cleanse all the fears that you have at this time, inhibiting you from serving because you're needed. You see it, don't you? You see what they're doing. So let them see you. So that's the message. Thank you so much for being here. If I could be of service to you on your soul mission at this time, just send me an email, Raileigh@consciouslifestylecoaching.com. And I'd love to get you connected to the Medicine Garden. It's a live free group coaching call on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. on Google Meet. Just RSVP by email. It's totally free. If you are ready for a coach at this time, I am now taking interviews for a select number of people who are truly ready, and I can be the right one for you to walk with you. And all you have to do is submit the free application, Life Purpose Actualization program, and I will contact you and we'll have a 45-minute call together to see if we're a good fit. And again, my book, Phoenix Medicine, A Transformative Journey Through Consciousness, is available on Amazon and other online retailers. Check that out. You get to know my voice a little bit more and carry that with you. And that's all I have for you today. Please let me know how I can be of support to you. Comment, like, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you soon. Peace and love.